So yeah, folks, welcome back to another session of our Astral Avenue Magdalena Blues. It's been a little bit, and we had what was that, an eclipse and some other stuff that we missed a couple of weeks, so we missed you guys. And we are here now. I am your Dungeon Master, Dungeon Mister, and these are our wonderful players today. If you guys want to say hey or this something.
I like to say hi.
Howdy.
Fair enough. And we are down Stephen, who plays Louise this evening. He is sick. Hopefully he will be back next week. And
Hopefully.
Yeah, we're going to start our session off with a little bit of a recap, because it has been a minute, and pick up where we left off last time in the middle of some stuff. So, without further ado, let's get into a little bit of a recap. So, last time, you guys caught up to a ship you thought might be the one that apprehended Jeter. You approached cautiously as a warning shot was launched at your vessel. Waving a bedsheet as a white flag, you did eventually approach and had a light yelling conversation with the captain of the other ship. Well, not too much into talking, you decided to try and actually approach their ship in a more aggressive manner, not really having a good excuse as to why a fight obviously ended up breaking out. And their ship seemed to have more firepower, but you guys approached pretty quickly and brought several of them to understand reason, at least thanks to Louise's magic, telling them that you were sent by Aslan Lawless to make sure that the job with Jeter was done. We learned they did have Harris Jeter, and we're finding out how and where he did his pleasure krill fishing. And, well, want to see about it yourselves. You kind of reached a bit of an agreement, and we're going to the spot with them, kind of adjoining to make sure the mission was complete, hoping to get enough time and a good enough plan to secure Harris Jeter before they offed him after they found out what he was doing. Going with this much larger vessel, you did reach a stopping point in the waters. You saw Jeter himself, older human, actually come out to drop several nets along the ship, and not too much wading into this, a large, gigantic crab creature with remnants of other ships along its back climbed upon both of your vessels. And scattering of fight broke out, causing several of both crews to fall in the water at various times, as a handful of fish folk actually emerged from attacking on both sides, just kind of erupting. Jeter himself seemed to wield special powers over these fish folk and crab creature. A couple of glances, he actually knocked a few of the other crew unconscious just by looking at them. And, well, you seem to have gotten any fish people off of your vessel currently, and large crab creatures still attached, though, to both your vessel and theirs. Jeter and several of these sea spawns seemingly attacking the other crew. This is where we're going to pick up. We are still in initiative at the moment. I'll bring you guys to a little map and kind of pick up there. A little bit of a big map, so don't mind the map. Getting into it. Top of the round is Harris Jeter. And Jeter himself is going to continue walking, noting the captain up top walks up there and simply gives a glance towards this captain up there. And the captain is going to make a saving throw. Oh, and I don't have my rolls set on. But seemingly avoiding this glance from Harris Jeter, you can't quite hear what he's saying over there. You do hear some warbled yelling going on, but it all just sounds kind of muted in the moment with this giant crab on your deck. But that ends Jeter's turn, as several of these other ship crew are actually assaulting one of these sea people that seem to attack, and actually landing several blows on them. Actually dealing a good bit of damage. The other crew does kind of climb alongside of the nets, getting to the ship itself. And these guys up here do get a chance to load their ballista. And actually getting to load and aim it, they have to wait one more turn until they can do anything else, seeming to ready it towards this giant crab creature. That will take us to Tobias, who is on the wing of your vessel underneath this giant crab, having just pulled Louise from the water as he's kind of stunned there in this moment. Tobias, what are you doing?
I see a giant crab. Can my echo move up on top of it? It's 30 feet, but I don't know how tall this creature is.
You could probably get on top of like one of the legs easily enough, 30 feet up. Yeah.
Like somewhere? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to move my echo here. I'm going to pull Louise to make sure he's on the wing of the ship.
Yeah,
And then
Louise, you pull him up a little bit. He's kind of like just in a daze in that moment.
Hang on, buddy. It'll be all right. And then I'm going to... Let's see. So...
Don't worry too much about measurement. Just tell me what you're doing. Like in these situations, especially with such a big map, like, yes, there's movement involved. Yes, there's limits, but just tell me what you're trying to do, and we'll roll with it.
Figure it out.
Because it's hard, especially with 3 dimensions. You're getting up and over. Tell me what you're trying. We'll see what happens. Your echo is on one of the legs at the moment.
All right. I want my echo. So as far as it can move up this creature, we're like there.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I want to switch places with my echo.
All right.
And then I want to run as fast as my little feet will run over the top of the shell and see if I can slide down a leg onto the deck of the other ship.
All right, give me an athletics check.
That's fair.
Actually, you know what? Give me an acrobatic. Make an acrobatics. Well, it'd be about the same, right?
It's the exact same.
Okay. With a 21, this will take your action to do so. But you do slide across this crab, seeing atop its shell a veritable treasure trove of gems, old, like, treasure chests kind of sprawled out onto it. The coins and stuff you can see are falling into the ship that you wouldn't have noticed if you weren't up here, or they're falling into the water as you slide onto the deck of the vessel.
But gold. All right. And my echo disappears because that's my action. I'll create a bonus action to create another echo 15 feet away from me.
All right. You do create another echo as you kind of slide down and off of one of the crab legs there. And it's just kind of piercing into the side of this deck because it's starting to take on some water for sure. It's still seeming afloat, but it is taking on water. That will take us to Oblate, who had, I believe, just gotten Dr. Jellybean up out of the water. Oblate, what are you doing?
I would have noticed that I saw my buddy Tobias just climb up and onto this crab, I said to myself, well, I guess that's what I'm going to have to do too. I do want to run across the ship. Trying to determine what I wanted to use. All right, so I think I'm going to do Step of the Wind. I'm trying to determine if I want to use the discipline point for the extra jump distance, but I don't think I'll need it.
Pretty long distance. You see there's definitely some waves kind of occurring between you and the other vessel underneath this crab, and it's kind of, the crab being there is kind of keeping the vessels close together.
Well, what I'd like to do, it might be something I have to do over 2 turns. With the rope that I used to try to get Dr. Jellybean, I want to attach my grappling hook to it and try to use the grappling hook to catch onto one of the crab's claws so I can swing myself Tarzan style onto
Okay.
the ship instead of actually like climbing up and
Okay.
onto it.
Are you using the key point for the extra jump distance?
Yeah, because if I can't swing far enough, I'm hoping that maybe it'll help out.
This will utilize your action as well.
Okay.
So running across the deck of the ship, it's not too bad at this point. You've kind of been used to like sea legs essentially as you start to run across and attach your grappling hook and swing it onto one of the claws. Give me a... I'll tell you what, your call. I think... What do you guys think? Sleight of hand for like dexterity purposes, acrobatics for swinging, or athletics possibly, or yeah, one of those three. What do you guys think?
I'm feeling acrobatics, honestly.
Yeah, I kind of think acrobatics, but
This is obviously a charisma nature check.
Nature charisma, gotcha. So let's go with acrobatics. Yeah, as you try
Yeah,
and
fair enough.
swing across from this crab's claw.
Do it. That's pretty good.
did I do it?
Mhm.
With a
24 is pretty good.
24, you do swing across as you go, just kind of dipping above the water, seeing Luis's form kind of rolling up the wing of the ship there. You kind of do a little swingy motion underneath the side of the crab as it's clawing its way out and kind of using that momentum essentially to kind of help pull you to the ship. You do land next to the central mast of the vessel on board.
I knew that was my favorite rope.
Their vessel is rocking a lot more than yours is, I would say. Tobias and Oblate would know, because it seems to be more on that vessel, on this hammerhead ship. But that will end Oblate's turn, taking us to Aethel below deck. I think last turn you had just attuned to the ship, kicking off
I think
Ember.
so. That sounds. I believe that. It's like, get out of the way. I need to do this. Okay, so I have a tune, so now I can see things
Mm-hmm.
and control the ship.
And kind of as you attune, you see both Tobias kind of disappearing and running across the crab, Oblate swinging across onto the other ship.
It's going to be a lot harder to leave without all the crew.
Sure is.
If that's the case, I suppose we need to make sure they can get back on here. So those people are already back up out of the water, right? These two?
Yeah, they seem to have climbed some like netting along the side of the ship as they just clambered up. That's really all they could do for the turn.
I'm going to basically, I guess I'll yell since I can't use any spells. And basically, I yell to Dr. Jellybean to hold on,
Okay.
and then I'm going to try and basically maneuver the ship a little bit. I'm not trying to leave more than I'm trying to like turn and maybe bring this wing up so that Luis comes towards us.
Okay, trying to get him to roll
Yeah.
down the
Roll
side. And,
towards us, yeah.
so you're not
Towards the-
trying to escape the grasp of this crab, more just trying to
Not really. I'm
lift
just
it
kind
up
of
a
like
little bit.
shifting it and seeing if I can get it to
Okay.
unshift.
I gotcha. Trying to counterbalance.
Basically.
Give me a spell casting ability check. So give me a wisdom check
Just a wisdom.
Yeah.
All right.
to try and
Any
balance up.
additional modifiers?
I'll say your proficiency bonus
Sure. So we'll just add.
or wisdom save, essentially.
Yeah, I'll just roll a wisdom save then. Oh,
Okay.
I guess I don't have my things on. 13.
With a 13,
Why is
it
my dice not on anymore? Maybe they changed.
It kind of levels out a little bit. It doesn't lift up that to where I'll say Luis rolls a couple of feet. But honestly, luckily for Dr. Jellybean at least, it doesn't flip completely the other side. You kind of strike that little bit of a balance there. You strike that balance to where it kind of lifts up, but not too much. And it's still kind of dipping back and forth. So it's not perfect, but it is essentially. And if you wanted to move the ship in any like directional view or
So I think I'm gonna try and move slightly forward. I'm basically trying to see if we can get this giant crab to step off of the ship off its own volition by trying to like keep its own balance.
Okay.
Because currently it's half on this ship, half on our ship, and if it's not on our ship, it's going to be in the water.
Gotcha.
So it'll either need to step on the bigger ship that isn't moving, or fall into the ocean, which is also fine, I guess.
Say with a 13, it seems to have kind of not. It's keeping a good grasp, so you can barely move forward, inch forward a little bit.
Yeah, just kind of like shift with the water a little bit forward some.
All right.
No big deal.
Anything else for Aethel?
I don't think so. Can't cast spells right now, so that was my action. Yeah, it's like I don't think so. I think that's everything.
That will take us to Louise then, who kind of coming out of his stupor, seeing this giant crab underneath him at this point. Oh no, this is not good for Luis, as he scampers up the ship. Actually, before he does, who is within? Just see if you guys are within range of something. You guys are just out of range. I would love to help you, but you are too far.
It's okay, buddy.
As he yells out to Oblate and Tobias. He's going to simply try to disengage as these crab legs are kind of piercing and stepping onto the vessel as he pretty much rolls around onto the top of the ship, getting some cover at least. But that will be Louise's turn as he'll see Dr. Jellybean there. Doctor, are you okay?
I'm really scared.
Have no fear. As he kind of like pulls out a little trumpet kind of thing, plays a little ditty, and you'll get bardic inspiration, Dr. Jellybean.
Oh, I feel better, thanks.
And that will take us to these baddies over here, as they are going to start wailing on some. Yeah. One guy's wailing on the captain there, dealing some substantial rolls to hit, at least. Not doing substantial damage, as the captain there takes 2 large axe swings to his face. Not to his face, but, to his body.
Mm-hmm.
The other one below, surrounded, is going to try to bite and claw out at these 4 individuals around them. Just double check their ACs. And actually hitting 2 of them. As 2 of these simian folk do fall unconscious due to some scratches below. That will take us to Dr. Jellybean. Dr. Jellybean, you are frightened in this moment, yes.
All right, so I can't move towards it, right?
Correct.
You cannot move towards
your
it.
fear.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So just to clarify, we saw things happening here in these ship mass.
Yes, you saw like kind of warbling and magic kind of echo out from the last one was the skull one, the skeletal heel? No, figurehead.
Yeah, over
There
here.
you go.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, the mass figurehead.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to try to dispel magic on that.
Okay.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna give it a try. So what that would look like is I pull out my tablet and I just like there's a big like X on the screen. I aim it at that and I hit the
Okay.
X. Magic be gone.
Roll me a intelligence check versus the spell.
Intelligence check.
Yes, please.
That's a save. I meant to. Sorry.
Yeah, 20, so it'll just be minus your proficiency. Still at 17.
Minus 3, 17.
And with that, you would see this warbling magic kind of X's appear on top of the skeletal figurehead as they kind of get branded onto it, almost like bands kind of wrapping around the skeleton parts of this figurehead as it seems to crumble greatly.
Okay.
So you think it probably worked.
Yeah. You'll see her give a little satisfied, little like, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll say you can give me a wisdom save at advantage, in which actually I need one from Aethel.
Oh yeah, I guess I was still scared.
Aethel just regular wisdom save, but now Jellybean, unless there's anything else you want to do.
I rolled a 1.
That'll be it.
Aethel, you are still frightened of this big crab.
That's fine. I have inspiration. Who doesn't have inspiration? Or whatever we're calling it now. Heroic inspiration.
I think Tobias or Dr. Jellybean doesn't.
I still have
I have bardic inspiration.
I have
That's
no
different.
inspiration.
Oblade already used his human inspiration.
Mhm. So Tobias.
So not Tobias.
So Tobias does have this. So,
Yep.
So just okay. So
Oblate.
Oblate and you. Oblade's probably gonna do something dumber sooner. So you can have inspiration.
Ouch.
Thanks.
I will say
On the other ship.
Dr. Jellybean, at the end of your turn, even though you seem to have destroyed the source of whatever magic is, you are still frightened of this giant crab.
That's a
You
bummer.
cannot
but
move
okay.
closer.
It's okay. Even when you saved, you were still gonna be frightened of this giant crab.
That's also
It-
true.
yeah, I just legitimately am scared
It's
of
like,
this crab.
Yep.
I don't want to go towards it.
That will take us to the captain of the ship as he yells out for oh. Hey, come help me. As he calls out, Oblate, Tobias, and these two figures can move with your up to half your speed without provoking attacks of opportunity with your reaction.
Oh, nice. I'm for sure going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And he will swing out with his long sword. Getting a nat 1 and a 12 to hit. Which does actually hit. As he lands a blow on this fish person thing. We'll take us to the big old crab. Big old crab now just has 2 options. There you go. As you would see, the third figurehead that didn't glow before looks to be a kind of looks to be a large draconic kind of figurine. as it warbles and wails out with this tip, like just a screech essentially. And I need everyone to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no! I don't wanna.
This one was much better than my last one.
This is one you want to pass.
Do we declare inspiration before or after?
This in 1D&D you can do it and be like, I rolled shitty. I'm gonna use my inspiration.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
I'm also gonna use my inspiration.
I would like to use my
I
inspiration.
didn't do anything stupid.
You're right, you didn't. I'm still glad I gave it to you.
Yep.
You're just not very wise. What is that? A D8 for Bardic?
You get a D8.
I will reroll my
So
1.
it's currently a D8.
D8.
And I will reroll my 1 with halfling luck.
All right.
Nice, plus 8 though, that's good.
Can you tell me if a 16 is a save or not if I have to use resistance?
16 is a save.
You
Nice.
also wouldn't have been able to use resistance. You moved half your speed.
Yep,
That's
you
your
used
Oh,
your
as a
reaction.
reaction. You're right.
Right.
Unfortunately.
So with that,
I think they're all safe, basically. I think, well, I just, I'm not
Dr.
sure.
Jellybean got a 13.
Yeah. 13
Yep.
is...
That's the best I could do.
Dr. Jellybean, you take 18 points of psychic damage
Ouch.
as this deafening sound echoes out.
One of those psychic dragons.
As several of the crew members fall as well.
No.
Extra deaded.
Mm-hmm.
Extra dead.
Mm-hmm. Very much dead. That is enough.
Super dead?
Very dead.
Oh man.
As you would see, they're just bleeding out of their... Actually, not bleeding out of their heads. They start vomiting fish as the fish just kind of explode in their faces.
Vomit exploding fish.
Mm-hmm.
Floating fish face, of course.
Yep.
Classic.
That will take us to Harris Jeter. Kind of just walking up nonchalantly across this ship as it is rocking back and forth. You thought you could take down the sea, but the sea fights back. As he is going to step up to the captain of the vessel and simply reach out and try to grab him. Did I bring up the wrong thing? Definitely hitting. As he pretty much grabs at his chest and tears a huge hunk of flesh off of the captain on the other vessel.
Got old man strength.
Yeah, like literally just like doesn't like look like he has like puncturable like claws or anything, just kind of grabs into his chest and rips off some flesh. That will take us to the crew, who are going to approach. The GIF up there, still alive, is going to release a... Actually, just do this. I forgot I actually have their vessel here. He's going to shoot a ballista at the giant crab, getting an 18 to hit.
That might even be okay.
Which actually does hit the crab. As the crab takes 28 points of piercing damage. Don't worry, Captain, we got him. It's just like... it seemed to actually damage the crab as it kind of waddles on both of the vessels. But the rest of the crew, which is just this person now, is going to try to assault this fish person with their little stabby short sword, hitting with one of them for a little bit of damage. I'm doing my best, Cap. And that will take us to Tobias.
You see Tobias running right next to his shadow at the same time. Just run up the stairs, the shadow floats.
Yeah,
Tobias,
it can look like it
and they,
runs. Why not?
yeah, look like they're running together in tandem. And as he gets there, he lunges at it with his sword.
All right. Lunging at this old man of the sea. Give me a sword attack. 25 will
25.
very much hit him. As you stab into him for 9 points of piercing damage,
Alright.
vexing
And-
him.
I will swing up again,
Okay.
going for his knee.
Hit him with the bonus hits.
15.
15 does
Right.
hit.
Oh, good.
As you stab into his knee for 9 more points of piercing damage.
And then I bring down my dagger.
All right.
26.
26 will definitely hit him. As you're tearing up to him, it's blood bleeding blue.
And I am just whirling into this thing. Then I'm going to unleash my incarnation, and it's going to
He's a
attack.
person. He's not a thing.
He's a thing.
Look at him.
Everything's a
He's a
thing.
person. Skin's just a little gaunt. It's barnacles growing on him.
Oh no, my shadow strikes at it for 11.
That's going to be a miss.
And then I'm going to action surge and keep whirling at this creature. This
All right.
person.
He's Harris Jeter.
23.
23. I take it you're going for the dead part, not the dead or not the alive.
He
Right.
looks like Offerman.
Yeah, a little bit. Dealing
Keep-
11 points. Just keep on swirling. Yeah, 27
Yeah,
hits
just-
him.
Keep rolling in, and then finally bring out my dagger, trying to stab him right in the throat. Cross his fingers.
27 will hit. As you stab him right in the throat. Starts gurgling. You're small, but the sea will swallow you just the same. As he plops down like a wet rag doll covered in his own blue blood and seemingly spilling out ocean water onto the vessel.
This stuff's expensive.
Like he dropped on the deck and flopped like a fish.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
That's it. I
That's it.
got him.
Just gonna take 6 attacks, 7 attacks.
Just get him with the good old fashioned 1, 2, 3,
Yep.
4, 5, 6.
Yep. Plus the
So
shadow,
everybody
the
knows.
shadow mist though at least. That will
Right.
take us to Oblate, seeing the old man of the sea drop dead, spilling out bleeding and gushing water onto the vessel.
I don't trust that. I'm gonna run up, bite it in hand, and just stab down into him again.
Okay.
Double tap him.
You definitely stab into his lifeless form. Easy enough. He seems motionless. Still flopping a little bit, but it's the nerves are still going. Like
got him.
like a fish.
And the crab and the other fish people are still there.
They absolutely are.
All right. Well, I guess I'm taking my second attack on the this fish guy in front of me.
All right. You do have the flanking with the captain on the other side. 24 will hit.
I'll use a
Doing a stunning.
stunning strike,
He was stunning.
and
Got a nat 1. So it doesn't do the force damage, unfortunately, but it will do 7 piercing. It stabs into them, and you see this kind of freezing moment as they take 7 points of piercing damage.
are they toppled and or grappled?
They are.
Toppled, grappled, and stunned.
They are neither. You got an
Okay.
18 and a 21 on those saves. But they are indeed stunned. Making any attack after this at advantage.
And I will go ahead and do a bonus punch to him.
All right. Give him a punch. 15 will absolutely hit. Kind of barely holding on to their axe there. Takes 6 points of bludgeoning damage. Anything else for Oblati?
That'll be it.
And we'll take us to Aethel. Below deck.
All right. I'm going to try and I think I'm going to try and move the ship, basically to shake this thing off again.
All right, give me a wisdom save. So just do a little shake.
That was better than last time.
All right, 19 will kind of shake it off as it scrambles, clinging to the side of this ship.
Then I'm going to move our ship to where it's more like a purish.
All right. We'll say I did forget to make its attacks against y'all's vessel last time.
Oh, that's fine. He can make some attacks for once.
You don't quite leave the space of it, though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to leave the ship. I've got 2 crewmates on there still.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be...
Are no longer under the vessel, kind of. Or under the...
Yeah,
you're not on the crab's space, you know.
My goal next turn, assuming we don't get grabbed, is basically to get to the other side of the ship.
Okay, I gotcha. Fair enough.
But I think that's my turn.
All right, that will take us to Louise, and...
Oh, I'm still afraid. I should make a wisdom save for that.
Give me a wisdom save.
I have the same thing, and
You are no longer afraid.
I can't even see. Well, I can see it, but like it's not the same.
Taking us to Louise, who kind of clambers over the ship. Dr. Jellybean kind of holds out a hand. Come on. And he will try.
Where we going?
He's trying to get you to be not on the wing, but you're frightened at the moment, so you can't.
I'm staying right
terrible.
here. No, I'm gonna stay right here.
And he is going to cast a healing word on you. Yeah. Oh. Actually, he doesn't have healing word.
Okay.
He has cure wounds.
That's a surprising choice. Anyway.
But I can help you if you get closer.
I'm more comfortable right here. Thank you very much.
That will end.
Yell at him a little.
That will end his turn, kind of waiting for you to trying to give you a hand up. As across the ship, one of these creatures starts running towards the rest of you, just kind of screaming out. And we'll take us to Dr. Jellybean.
Okay. Does the crab seem to... Oh, hold on. I don't even think I'm in range for that. One moment. Oh. Just barely out of my range what I wanted to do. That's okay.
It sucks.
I wonder if it would help if I tried to make it smaller. Couldn't hurt. That's also right out of my range.
Would say Louise would have given you Bardic Inspiration again. See, because that's the only thing you can't do.
Sure. Thank you. I'll take it. I will take it.
What's the range of your spells?
For what I want to use is 30 feet.
Oh.
Is polymorph only 30 feet? I thought it was 60.
She doesn't have polymorph.
Oh, no, sorry. Enlarge reduce is what I meant to say, because
Yeah.
she was talking about me as small.
I did, yeah, it's 30 feet.
Huh. I swear that was a 60. Anyway.
Yeah. How about that?
What's Dr. Jellybean doing?
Well, about that indeed.
It's a really good question of what I'm doing. I'm gonna make myself feel a little better.
Okay.
Gonna put my hands on my heart and say, "It's okay. You're okay. Don't worry. It's gonna be okay." I'm gonna heal myself.
All right.
That's what I'm gonna do.
You can heal yourself for 10 healing. Anything else for Dr. Jellybean?
I'd like to make a wisdom save, please.
All right. At the end of your turn, you can make a wisdom save.
Come on, good
Don't be
rolls.
afraid. Don't be afraid no
No
more.
whammy, stop.
Don't be
Oh,
afraid.
Just
Be even more afraid than I was before.
Even more.
Yep.
Oh, no, you have advantage now.
Oh, okay.
So the
so the
18, 18 will go through because the essentially the cause of it, not the source of it,
Has
but the
been
cause
broken.
of it is no
cause.
longer. So you are no longer afraid at the end of your turn.
Okay. Got it.
The target of your fear still exists, but the
Mhm.
source does no longer provide
Right. That will take us to the captain. And seeing the devastation that Tobias did, Tobias, as your reaction, you can make a weapon attack against this creature. It's like, oh, get him!
I will take advantage of that.
As he also stabs out at this creature.
19.
Hitting.
Nice.
This captain is just me and Louise merged into one person.
Mm-hmm. She takes a little bit of damage. Still up. But this fish person, you see fish guts just spilling out of its body. He takes a couple of stabs with his sword as well. Taking us to the giant crab creature. Who, much like Godzilla, is that... I can't do a good Godzilla impression. But imagine it more louder and echoey as it...
And more crab-like.
And more crab-like starts clawing its way onto the ship. Its eyeballs looking directly at Tobias. As it claws down with one of its pincers towards you.
No.
As you see the giant claw slam down into Tobias, getting a 23 to hit.
That is a hit. As I just look up. No.
As Tobias, you take 26 points of piercing damage.
Sheesh.
Ow.
That's a good amount of damage.
The other pincer will go into the vessel itself, kind of staking its foothold here, getting a 29 to hit. As the vessel seems to be taking on substantial amounts of water.
Almost like it's sinking.
Like it's sinking. As you would know, say Tobias and Oblate both would know that this vessel is well below a third of its health. That'll take us to Harris Jeter, who is very much dead. And the crew, this guy is trying to load a ballista up here all by himself. This crew member will try to stab out at this. Hey, at advantage. It's getting a 14 and a 17, hitting with 2 of his attacks. Pretty much cutting the rest of this creature in 2. Splitting it apart, and dead rotten fish spill out of that creature. Taking us to Tobias.
I didn't like that. I want to use my my little shadow buddy to run up the side of it. As far can he get up on an arm? Be great.
Say it's one of its claws is digging into the ship now. Your Shadow Tobias can kind of climb up one of its claws.
That's what I want to do. And then after it climbs up on one of the claws, I want to switch places with the shadow and run up towards like the center of it. So if it tries to like stab me, it's gotta like
Give me an
stab itself.
acrobatics check for stability.
You got it. Here it comes. Acrobatics.
22. You are good to
Pretty
go.
good.
Bonus action, create another shadow up here
Okay.
because that one will disappear. And then I want to use my item interaction to hold on to one of the masts. Put my arm around one of the masts. and
Okay.
just hold on.
Grabbing onto it. See this thing rocking and shaking. One of the claws looks to be kind of rearing up towards you as the other one's kind of plunged into the ground there. That will take us to Oblate. Well, not ground, the ship. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
The ship ground.
The only ground around.
Except for all the ground under the water.
You muted Oblate.
Yeah. Kind of ruined the plans that I was thinking of doing, so I can't do what I wanted to do.
Way to go.
I ruined
Great.
everything.
What do
Come
I-
on. Come on, buddy.
I don't want to go up on the crab.
It can't get you up here.
I wanted to run from the crab.
can't- It can't get you up here, buddy.
Also, don't we need to bring the dead body of Jeter?
At least his head or something.
Still, my plan was cast fog cloud onto the head of the crab to blind him, grab the body, jump away.
That's still a good plan.
You're up there. It would obscure you as well, so that you would know
So?
what's going on.
You're going to fall off so easy.
I'm gonna fall off. It'll be okay. I'll land in water.
You might not. You
It
might
must-
land
what's
on
a
the
ship?
ship.
Or in the crab's mouth.
Break your neck.
Oblate, what are you doing?
It's chances worth taking, bud.
That's not a good chance to take. So what I'm gonna do?
Grab the body.
I mean, is he worth 750 gold?
At this point, gosh.
That's the price they put on him.
I don't need his whole body, right? I could just take his
I
head.
don't mean him. I
Probably.
mean Tobias. Is he worth 750 gold?
Yes. Of course, the bias is worth 750 gold.
In
All
what
right.
system? So that we can turn you in.
Well, this is what I'm gonna do. I'll use my bident to clamp down, chop off his head,
Try and pop it off.
pop off his head.
We'll say that
And-
no roll necessary, but we'll take your action to kind of remove a head.
That's fine and dandy. And I'll pop that into my bag, so I have the severed head of Harris Jeter.
You'll want to write that down.
One of
Put
his,
it in
one of
there.
his eyes kind of looks up at you as you do.
Nice. I wink at him.
It winks back.
And then from there, I'm gonna aim for the bushes.
What bushes?
Exactly.
It's a metaphorical bush.
Good old metaphorical bush.
Mm.
I'm gonna use. I'll use a key point for step of the wind, and I'm just gonna jump off the side of the ship, try to land on the wing of our ship.
Oh, okay. That way.
Yeah, that way.
All right. Grabbing the head and running off of the ship. Give me a... You spend the key point. Give me an athletics at advantage. I'm trying to run under these legs and claw and wood crashing about.
Oh Lord of Jesus.
18. You kind of run and leap as you just land right on the edge of one of the wings of your vessel.
Clamor on board.
Anything else for Oblate? Oh, that's it. That's it for Oblate, right? That's bonus
That
action.
is-
Yep, yep.
That is it.
And we'll take us to
That's all the
Aethel.
action types. He's on the wing.
He is on the wing.
On the wings of love.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. He's up here. He's here. I can see him. I can't technically see this guy. So how
Yeah,
do I
you don't
do
know. You don't
this?
know where Tobias is.
Yeah, just going to move this. How do I go? It's no longer on us. Is that right?
That's right. It is completely onto the other vessel, as the other vessel seems to be starting to sink. And yeah,
I'm going to. How do I do this? It makes more sense for us to go forward. I guess I'm going to try and use as much movement and such to come around to this other side because I think that's where Tobias still is.
okay. Kind of going around the front of this vessel.
Yeah, basically, because this vessel's not really moving. Like other than it's like probably floating a little bit, but
So you'd be able to get to like the front.
okay. Can I do any kind of like dash action style thing or like a piloting maneuver to try and get more distance around it?
You need someone kind of helping out with the stuff up top to do that to do
No
better.
worries.
Essentially, it's
Yeah,
like
then-
just a shitty rudder.
Like I'm up here somewhere. It sounds like. Or am I more over here still? Am I still more over this way?
You can kind of. You just don't want to damage the wings because you're in the
Well,
water.
Yeah, so you,
I was talking about. I was like, I'm somewhere on this portion around it. Or
Yeah,
somewhere
well, you're
in front of it.
you're trying to get. You're almost there. You're getting to the front of the ship. You can't quite get around to the other side yet.
Yeah, no worries. All right. And I think that's it.
All right. Will take us to Louise. Seemingly frustrated with Dr. Jellybean. Will Hey, I think Tobias is up there. Kind of calling down below deck, pointing to the top of the crab. But you do have Oblate on the wing. Louise will... He'll start... He's got options. Tobias is too far away now. Louise is going to start heading below deck to try and help out with the steering situation, essentially. He will come back below deck and explain that Tobias is on top of the crab.
That seems ill-advised.
That's not a place he should be.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Pretty much.
As this fish person is just tearing into those down here. Well, tearing up into the simian folk down here. And then lunges at the captain. Taking us to Dr. Jellybean. You are no longer frightened.
All right, let me get back on this stupid ship. Let's see here. Let's see. Well, let's see how far away I can. I don't make it that far. Yeah, just about.
Hop over
That's
the...
pretty- Yeah,
what
I'm
do you
gonna
call
run
it, the
to the other
regular part of
side.
the ship.
Yeah, I'm gonna run over. I mean, I don't have to climb up to get onto the ship, do I?
Not terribly. Just a little, like, hop over the railing kind of thing.
Okay, gonna run to the other side. I would have seen Tobias up there, right?
As you kind of climb over the top, you do see Tobias holding on to one of these figureheads.
Yeah, I can make it. All right, Tobias, hang on. I'm gonna try something.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay, I'm going to try to cast blindness on the crab.
Oh.
Yeah. Close enough now.
All right. Unfortunately, the crab has blind sight.
Of course it does.
But it
Still
can't
good.
see outside of that range.
It is now blind, though.
It is now blind in the eyes.
Blind in the eyes.
Should have deafened it.
Can crabs hear? I guess.
Well, now you just you don't know. It's blind. Can't see outside of its
You
blind
can
sight.
feel
Right?
that the spell succeeded.
The spell succeeded.
There you go.
I went somewhere. Something's blind. I know it. I'm a doctor. I know it.
Meanwhile, Tobias is blind.
Yeah, he's like,
Where did everybody go?
Anything else for the doctor?
I'm gonna just be like, Tobias, get down from there. We gotta go. What are you
You moved-
doing?
You moved the ship.
You moved your body onto the crab.
He's got you there.
That's it for me.
That'll take us to the captain, who slashes out at this last fish person on board, dealing decent damage. Still up though, and then finally the crab at the top of the round. This crab, one of its wails out as Tobias kind of up there clinging to the mast. Need everyone to give me Constitution saves as the mermaid-like one wails out, as everyone is within range.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Your
My
bardic
bardic
inspiration. Some singing going on over
I
there.
hear singing.
Yes, we've got someone making dinner downstairs, sounds like.
Fair
So I'll
enough.
mute myself.
So Dr. Jellybean getting a 16, Oblate a 21, Tobias a 10, Aethel a 20. With that, Tobias, being the only failure here, you take 9 points of thunder damage and are stunned.
oh no.
joy.
That's not good. You're in the wrong place for that.
Yeah.
At which point a pincer goes to grab you.
Uh-oh. No.
Getting a 28 to hit,
That's going to be a hit.
as kind of like feeling this quake come from one of the masts that you're holding on to. You take 21 points of bludgeoning damage. And you are stunned. And you are also grappled by this creature as well. As he now has you in its grasp. In its claw. Trying to like pull you and pry you off of.
Meaty claw.
Yeah, just claw.
I can't even shout for help.
Yep.
Being-
And then it's gonna stab at the ship here. As that ship takes a shitload of damage. A metric ton of damage. 62. That ship is probably not going to survive. You can 100% imagine that. as you guys would see the crab just kind of pick up Tobias, as Tobias, you feel it kind of grabbing into your shoulder. You see blood dripping and drenching down his clothing. He doesn't look too good. That's not his actual position. Just imagine. Just put him in the claw. He's on
We'll
the
just
creature.
put him in the claw. Yeah.
That will take us to the top of the round, in which I don't want to do in the middle of combat, especially on such a... One character's life kind of seemingly hangs in the balance here. We'll take our little break in the middle of this.
We'll take the break anyway.
We're going to take the break anyways, and we'll...
Will Tobias live? Find out soon.
Exactly.
Probably.
We hope so. We are hoping.
I hope so.
But yeah, we'll pick up there here in about 5 or 10 minutes, and we'll see you guys here in a few.
Sounds great. See you guys in a minute.
So yeah, welcome back, folks. Last we left off, we are still in the midst of battle with this giant crab creature. Tobias did a furious assault against Harris Jeter and killed him in, we don't want to say one hit, but in a quick succession of 7 hits, something like that.
A flurry of hits.
A flurry of hits as Jeter lied on the ground. Tobias clambered up onto the crab as the ship is veering around to meet to the other side of the vessel. Tobias, unfortunately, is stunned in the moment. The rest of you are on board the Magdalena, but things are looking a little dire for, well, at least one of you. And we're going to pick up there, still in the heat of battle, ish, with whatever's going on here. So we'll hop back into it with that. So Tobias, you are up first on the top of the round.
Mm-hmm.
However, you are stunned as you were
Right.
grabbing onto the mast and it vibrated and just kind of let out this wail, essentially. You are stunned for your turn, and at the end of your turn, you are no longer stunned, grabbing onto this thing, kind of feeling your head pounding. That will take us to Oblate.
Oh man. Can I see the entire claw that has Tobias grappled?
Yeah, as he's kind of in the claw there, just kind of picking him up. He's still kind of like up above him, kind of on the head space, just pincering him, and shoulder blood, and he doesn't look good at all.
I'm gonna yell to Tobias, hang on to the claw. I'm gonna try to get him to let you go. I'm gonna pull out my pistol, and I'm gonna aim for the sort of claw joint
Okay.
and see if I can shoot the claw joint to have it sort of release. Since I shot on the first one.
Are you trying to release the grapple, or are you trying to just hurt it?
Release the grapple. I'm assuming more damage done to that joint is going to
Gotcha.
heighten the chance of release.
So give me a... It's your Kensai shot. Give me just a... sleight of hand check. I'll let you add your
Oops.
Kensai shot to it.
I already clicked for the pistol. I wish there was a way to disable whatever you've done.
Mhm.
Maybe if I just click sleight of hand, it'll change it. It did not. Guess we'll find out. Oh no, it rolled them both at the same time.
Rolled them both at the same time. With a 21 and adding your Kensai shot damage onto that. We'll say it'll do the Kensai shot damage to the crab.
Okay, so 1d4.
Yeah.
Nice.
It will do 1 point of damage to the crab as it kind of bullet pierces into the kind of tip of the crab's claw, just enough to kind of release it, kind of breaking the tip of it off to where it's still punctured into Tobias, but it does kind of... Tobias, you do fall onto the top of this crab once again. No longer released. Prone on top of the crab.
Take that.
Uh-huh.
And then just for good measure, I'm going to shoot him again.
All right.
I'm going to shoot him in the face. Try to shoot one of his eyes.
Shooting this giant crab in the face. As you do see its eyes look to be kind of cloudy and blurred.
20 good enough.
20 is good enough. For 6 points of piercing damage. As you just shoot it into the face, it seems to kind of dissipate into the blur as it's just kind of mouth open, kind of chewing up pieces of wood.
Nom nom nom.
Nom nom. Exactly. Anything else for Oblate?
That will be all of it.
Taking us to Aethel in the helm.
You said Luis is...
Luis is in there with you. Tobias is on the crab. I don't know.
I'm going to... I want this. guess I'll turn us around.
Okay. I have to bring the token down here to turn it.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and move closer, but like. And then I'm gonna take the helmet off. Like I'm going up to the bridge.
Well, it's not a helmet. It's just the chair. You just get out of the chair.
You're right. I'm gonna get out of the chair. You're right.
You don't have Cerebro yet. But maybe later. As you...
Maybe.
Yes, it is all part of the master plan. Louise kind of like unsure of what to do in this moment. I know I'm butchering Louise's voice, so Steven,
Well,
don't
you
hit
know.
me.
No big deal.
But yeah, Aethel, you can climb up to the...
Yeah, I'm gonna start heading up,
Yeah.
back up.
I'll say you can make it to the top right there where you're at.
Okay.
And that'll take us to Louise. Louise is going to... don't mind if I do. He'll sit down. Let me know what to do. That's fair. He can't move again in the same turn. He's just simply attuning for this time. Taking us to these guys up here. Yes, thank you, Oblate, for... Oblate, you did 360, or, not 180 onto the other side. As these two are battling out, the sea captain and this creature.
I was gonna say, I think Dr. Jelly's supposed to be over here now.
No, she was on the other side last time. She got closer to it previously.
I did.
Oh, right, yeah, you did, never mind.
Only hitting the captain with one of their attacks for a hefty blow. Can't really see it, but the captain looking hurt. Taking us to Dr. Jellybean.
All right. Gonna climb back over the ship.
Flip flop, flip flop.
I know.
Good exercise.
I could definitely see like part of a battle scene on a ship where the ship's just turning and someone's just running from one side to the other, trying to stay on the same side.
Right. Judy. No.
Judy's beating
Got a
bad.
dog
Yes.
problem.
Yeah.
She's trying to play in some sheets she shouldn't be playing in.
We got a bunch of... It doesn't matter. All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast... I'm gonna say... I hope you feel better.
Me too.
I'm gonna cast Healing Word
All right.
on Tobias. You look bad. You look real bad.
You see blood dripping down the side from where he's laying down.
Looking like an absolute sack of shit.
Tobias, you get 7 points of healing.
Oof.
Hold on. Don't
You're in double
die.
digits now, though.
You still have an
That's
action,
right.
Dr. Jellybean, if you want.
I do have an action. What am I gonna do?
It's a crazy question. What are you going to do?
See, like, I don't want to do anything to, like, draw attention to us and to the ship. You know what I mean? Like, that's bad.
What would Dr.
And
Jellybean?
by proxy, Dr. Jellybean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make myself a perfect target.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That would be great.
So what happened to Tobias?
Don't want to be talking that mad shit when you're in crab range.
Right.
Really can't. I don't have a lot of stuff that's in range that I can do 30 feet. I'm gonna send a fire bolt just kind of like up in the air over the crab. I'm not aiming at the crab. Almost like a little firework to kind of get its attention, hopefully away from Tobias for like a second.
Okay. Give me an intimidation check. I'll say add your intelligence to it.
I'm not trying to intimidate it. I'm just trying to be like, look up here.
Isn't
Give me
it
You know what I mean?
blind?
a deception check. It is blind, but
Right.
you do know you blinded it.
We didn't deafen it. It can hear things.
It knows
Yeah.
general directions,
It does know general directions.
but it can see without. I mean, you don't know that it can see already, but
I don't know how far it can see.
that is true.
Truthfully.
So what's Dr. Jellybean doing? You do have an action. You can take the dodge action. I don't care.
I want to try to do something to help.
Take the
Maybe
leave
I will
action.
have a firebolt go kind of across its line of sight.
Well, you remember you blinded it.
Yeah, but you also said it had. Well, I don't know how much it can see. All right.
So
I'm just gonna take
blindsided
the
just
dodge
kind of
action.
think like predator
His
vision.
nose.
Yeah.
Just gonna take the dodge action.
All right, taking the
Fair.
dodge action. Perfect
Yeah.
action to take. I'll take us to
Thank
the
you.
Capitan.
Though as a free action, you could have stopped blinding it.
That is true.
I suppose I could have for next time.
In case that still needs to be the plan.
And he is going to he's going to slash out at this creature, at the one next to him, missing with both of his attacks, and call out to the GIF up top. Shoot it! Get it off the ship! As he's sword fighting with this creature that's just claws and humanoidish form. Missing though, but taking us to the crab as the GIF finishes aiming, because he's just up there by himself trying to control ballista. The crab will take a stab at this vessel with its pincer. Yep, very much hitting the deck of the ship there, plunging into it. The ship breaks in two. The crab then starting to, as the ship starts to sink a lot further now, as it essentially plunges into the water, the crab, dipping down into it, clamps onto the side of your vessel with its pincer. As your vessel takes 42 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
So someone will keep track of that.
Yeah, I think we can keep it on the thing.
You can keep it on
Yeah,
the thing.
It has hit points,
It
right?
does have hit points. It will then let out a wail.
You said 42.
Sure.
Yes, 42.
I'll find that.
And I will need everyone to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Is this the fear one?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Well, the only reason I ask is I have advantage. That's fine.
It is, yeah. As the... Or no, it's not the fear. It's, because he doesn't have that one anymore. This is the worst one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The psychic screen.
Good job.
Yeah.
Right.
Maddening wail.
I have the health actually.
Sure.
I can give somebody inspiration.
Tobias, give it to Tobias.
Well, you can't use it on the same
that's,
roll.
Ah,
Yeah, unfortunately, can't use it on the roll. I
He
got.
can use it on his death save he's about to make, though.
Exactly.
Right. Unless you roll really bad on this damage.
No, you take 18 points of psychic damage.
Tobias is unconscious, and my
Aethel
shadow
takes
disappears.
18 points of psychic damage.
That's acceptable.
Dr. Jellybean takes 18 points of psychic damage. And Oblate takes 18 points of psychic damage.
resistance.
All right, let's see that resistance. Oblate takes no damage.
Nice.
This is save or suck. But as it wails out one more time from the kind of draconic like figurehead atop it, you see Tobias's form as he's kind of clambering up just fall limp. Taking us to Tobias, if you will whisper me a death save, please.
2 GM. Here we go. Death save.
You can use your inspiration if you want.
Yeah, why not?
Just throwing it out there. Looking for that 20 or not,
20 would be great.
20
Roll
would
that
be
one
great.
and get punished.
Or rolling that one.
Yep.
Yeah.
If I roll in that one, I get to re-roll it. It's okay.
That
And then
is
you roll
true.
one again and get punished.
Right.
Yeah.
Then I get punished.
Well,
Very
Tobias
nice.
still seems unconscious. Actually, at that same time, the GIF does shoot the ship.
Pew.
As
He shoots the ship or he shoots the crab?
He shoots the crab with it. He shoots from the ship. I was looking for the ship
Gotcha.
token.
He shoots from the ship.
From the ship that is
At the
sinking
crab.
at the crab. Missing.
Because now
I think we're going
the
down,
ship is
Cap.
like this,
Yeah.
like this.
Yeah. As the ballista aims downward, the crab clinging onto y'all's ship, it is grappling it. Oblate, what you doing? As this GIF is running along the side.
I want to save my very good best friend. The crab is clinging to our ship too right now.
It is.
And
Got your
grabbed us with its big meaty claw.
Yep. Big old claw. Actual size.
So I do want to make my way downtown. I want to get
fast.
faces are passing right now.
Wow. Where are you going?
Home.
Homebound, hopefully. I do want to try to get.
Is the crab home?
No.
No, that's a detour. So I'm probably gonna do some step of the wind action so I can bonus action dash.
Yeah.
I wanted to try to jump as high as I can to try to climb up onto the crab, as high as I can get.
All right.
Is it possible as I'm running, when I hit sort of like the deck area, I can drop my backpack with the head in it? That way, if I don't make it, at least Dr. Jellybean
Your backpack
and the rest of the crew will
is
have.
sticky. You can stick it somewhere.
Well, I'll stick it on the deck. That way, in case I don't make it,
That's one of
they'll
the-
have the head
that
and they
is-
can get the 750 gold.
That is one of the features of the backpack is that it's sticky. You can stick it anywhere.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. So I'll drop it. It'll stick to the deck as a little insurance policy for them, and I will jump onto the crab.
All right, give me an athletics check because the crab is a little bit level, separated a little bit, or
Oof.
with a 12. That is going to be a failure to a degree.
So where am I at?
You're
It's a
getting
failure
there.
from a certain point of view.
Well, I'm just letting you know it is a failure, because you got your reaction back. Oh,
Resistance
resistance. Never mind.
will
I'm
help with
sorry.
this.
You're right.
But
You're
if
right.
I used my key point for Step of the Wind, would that help in any way?
I'll let it be an advantage. So roll me again though, because we already saw
Okay, that's fine.
where we can't be like, yeah, you can do it advantage. Oh well, hindsight, that's a 17. Great.
22
Even
is
better.
22 is even better. As you're sliding along, you do kind of using that joint that's grabbed onto you, climb down its arm, sliding near Tobias. He's on top, and this is your first time on top of the crab. You do see broken bits of vessels, mostly the front of ships, but you also see spilled treasure everywhere.
So the bunch, would I still have an action
Sure.
after
why
all
not?
that?
Yeah. You rolled good on athletics. That would have been the downside if you failed.
All right, what I'm going to do, I will go ahead and cast my fog cloud just right on top of him.
Okay.
Right where his eyes and everything are.
Is your jacket, is it centered on your jacket, or can you point it anywhere?
It's any point within range of
Okay.
120 feet.
Cool.
I can create a 20-foot radius sphere.
Gotcha. I wasn't sure
A fog.
if the jacket specified or not. But fair enough. As fog permeates the area. Did you say 20-foot radius?
Yep.
As fog forms around the area.
And just to be sure, I know I'm like right next to where Tobias is at, right?
You are right next to where Tobias. He's like maybe
Okay.
a foot or two away, but yeah. Anything else for Oblate?
Mhm.
That'll be it.
Aethel?
Well, he's a lot less visible for the purposes of targeting spells. But
That is true.
Where'd they go?
I
Can't see 'em.
believe they're in the fog. I can get here.
Running off onto the side of the wing there.
I'm going to...
That's like right where the claw is clamping down at.
Yeah, because I'm about to use that claw to go up there. I'm gonna healing word Dr. Jelly.
Oh.
Ah,
The ship disappeared.
the ship's gone!
Use your imagination.
Um,
It was never real.
ignore the radiant
Hey.
damage, because I don't give radiant damage right now.
Get 9 points of healing, Dr. Jellybean.
And then I'll spend my action to try and climb up towards where I believe they last were.
All right. Go ahead and give me an athletics check.
Acceptable.
All right, with the
That's pretty good.
24, you
Nice.
start climbing up onto this crab's claw. Anything else for Aethel? Well, I guess that's it for Aethel, right?
Yeah, so I get as far as I can get. I'm trying to go towards those.
I did not realize you were going to be trying to get up on the crab too.
It's just gonna,
I was going to grab him and jump off
It's
immediately.
your new ship.
I was just gonna
Still going to do it.
and let him leave of his own volition
Yeah,
because I can heal him at range.
but you have to see him.
Yes, but I have to be able to see me to target spells. So I was like, well, poopy.
Fair enough. Well, Louise will try to maneuver the ship a little closer. And I'll take us to this fish guy who's attacking the captain. Missing with all of their attacks. Taking us to Dr. Jellybean.
Oh boy, I see Aethel jump onto the crab. Just like, what? Oh my goodness. So the crab is holding onto our ship over
Yep, crab's holding onto your ship.
here.
Yep. Aethel, Oblate, and Tobias all covered in the mist at the top near the face of this crab.
Not good. Okay. Can I... This might be in vain, but can I use my mage hand to try to, like, pry the...
You
How-
would know the strength of your mage hand is very minimal.
Okay.
It can hold 5 pounds, I think. So you would imagine this crab claw weighs hundreds of pounds.
You could tickle it.
Yeah, I was trying to think about some way to manipulate it to try to get it to let go of the ship.
I would say with your knowledge
have
of
to be-
nature, they don't really have that much feeling in their claws.
And also, maybe it needs to hold on to the ship so that they can get off of the crab and onto the ship.
Because the other vessel is sinking rapidly.
Yeah. So maybe it needs to be holding on to our ship. for their safety.
Or it's gonna drag the whole ship under the water.
I don't know. It's anyone's guess.
We either all live or all die.
Mm-hmm.
Preferably you all live.
We'll see.
Preferably some of you guys live, right?
All would be better.
Louise can live.
Dr. Jellybean, what you doing?
I truly do not have much that I can think of to help in this situation.
You got a giant crab at least.
If you shrink the giant crab, it'll be closer to the ship.
I don't have the spell slots.
Oh, you don't have us two anymore?
I don't have,
Or
I
a
can't
3?
I do not. Got a 1, and I've got
Poopy.
I've got some cantrips, and they're not helpful.
Oh, don't you have that one that you used at the very beginning that you used on me? And I'm blanking. Gravity
Firebolt. That's a level 1 spell.
Yeah.
Firebolt?
No, magnify
Look,
gravity.
that claw.
I can magnify gravity. Yeah, I mean, would that help?
If it fails, you move it.
But he might drag the ship.
Yeah,
Sure,
like
yeah.
I don't want to mess with. He's got our ship. You're on him. Like,
Yeah. Well, it's your turn. What are you doing?
What would
I'd
Dr.
cry.
Jelly do? You'd cry? Take the dodge action and cry?
I just
Crying's a free action.
pretty much. Yeah, I take the dodge action and I try to go through my tablet, being like, no, that's not gonna help. No.
Is that what you're doing?
And I take the dodge. Yep, that's what I'm doing.
Doom scrolling.
Yeah, pretty much. Scrolling
All
through
right.
Facebook to dissociate from this nightmare.
We'll take us to the captain. Swinging out.
What's the Astral Sea version of Facebook called?
Yeah. He does end up killing the fish person. Not that anyone can really see over there at this point. As he's sinking, he will lunge outward. He'll yell out. Doesn't know the situation up there. Get it! He'll just call out. He did see Oblate run up there, and Aethel. I'm gonna roll for it. It's gonna be Aethel. Aethel, you can take an attack as a reaction if you want.
Sure. My like melee attack or like weapon attack, I mean?
Yeah.
Alright, he's gonna get a Warhammer, I guess. Maybe.
15 just misses. It doesn't pierce the armored shell of this giant crab. Which will then take us to this crab.
This giant crab.
Leaving one pincer onto your vessel. It is going to crunch down onto it. As your vessel takes 44 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ouch.
Okay.
Oh
so-
no!
With the other one, it will kind of try and feel around up there. Feeling people walking on its back is going to try to strike out at one of you.
It could blind sense us.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's not hindered by this fog at all. Only we are.
Yeah, that is true. Gonna go for Oblate. Oblate, pincer comes your way out of the fog. Getting a 24 to hit.
That definitely got me.
As Oblate, you take 29 points of bludgeoning damage.
That's a lot.
As you lose
That's a lot of damage.
You lose concentration of the spell. Unless you don't. Do you need to concentrate on it?
Let me see.
I mean, it's normally a concentration spell. Fog cloud is so.
The
Yeah.
the coat might.
Yeah, it's a concentration.
Okay. Give me a Constitution save. DC 14. The 20. You maintain concentration on your fog cloud. Here's the
Yay.
worst. Here's another bad part.
Am I grappled?
You're grappled. And need everyone to give me a Constitution save.
I don't have a gun. I just wasted my 20.
Can I do that unconscious, or is it automatically failed?
You can do it. Yeah, why not?
I will
Can't,
re-roll, I guess, with my inspiration.
cannot
I
roll
would recommend
this
it.
to save my life.
That's arguably better.
It is arguably better. Tobias, you do fail a death save. Oblate, you take 4 points of thunder damage.
Okay.
Aethel and Dr. Jellybean each take 9 points of thunder damage.
I'm gonna do resistance on Aethel. Is he at least 10 feet away from me?
He is. Like about.
I'll use
like
resistance.
Like, you know. Okay.
All right. So maybe I'll roll you a 4.
You're 3 or 4.
To my
So I still
best.
take 9.
You still take 9, and Aethel and Dr. Jellybean are stunned.
Poop.
That'll take us to Tobias. Roll me a death save.
Fail the save and die. 'Cause
Would
I
it
mean, if
matter
you
if
failed
that
one
I was
before.
taking the dodge action at all? Does that help me in that case?
You know what? Sure,
Not for
I'll
con.
allow it in this case because you're kind of preparing yourself. I'll give you advantage on that.
Hooray! Do I take 4?
Well,
Did I pass? My
roll
advantage?
me a new Constitution save.
I see.
I don't want to be like
Also,
after.
15 wasn't enough anyway, so.
I don't want to be
Right.
like after the fact. Be like, yeah, you take your second roll.
Sure.
Even better.
So you would take half and are not stunned. That'll take us to Oblate.
Cancel the fog cloud.
Can I cancel fog cloud?
Yeah, anytime you want.
Can you
You
just
can just stop concentrating on it.
is that an action to stop concentrating?
No, you just be like, nah, never mind.
All right. Well, yeah. I'll. Seems to be not advantageous as I thought it was going to be. With me being grappled, I just can't move, or can I actually?
Your movement speed is
Can I make
0.
But I can make an attack against it.
Correct. You have actions.
Yes. Yeah, it's not. It's just grappling you. It's not. Drawing a blank there. But you're just grappled. Nothing extra.
Okay.
You're not incapacitated.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna try to.
Stunned or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to
Stunned.
loosen his grapple by shooting the claw point blank. Inside shot. Maybe I can do it
Turns
again.
his gat
So are you trying to do
sideways.
kind of the same thing? So in this case,
Yeah.
give me a athletics or acrobatics, because you are in it.
Okay, I'll do an acrobatics. Damn.
You are still in the grasp of this giant crab, trying to pry your gun in there and shoot at it.
Do I still get the 1d4 of extra damage?
No, not in this case.
Okay.
It's like you missed.
Yep.
It is like I missed.
How could you miss? It was 2 feet in front of you.
I don't know. Well, it's not looking good for me either now.
I'm aware. It's gonna be not looking good for me either in a moment.
He's
I'm gonna
stunned.
say that's it. That's all I got.
All right. Aethel, you are stunned until the end of your turn.
Yeah. Done.
I'll take us to Luis. Luis will just run up, seeing what's going on. And he'll use action to dash. And he is going to cast Mass Healing Word. Wait! As he casts Mass Healing Word, everyone gets 10 points of healing. Do you have to come back alive? And
Actually, we don't. That was not a contract or a stipulation of any kind.
I never agreed to be alive.
that's what Louise is gonna do.
Good job, Louise.
Taking us to Dr. Jellybean.
Wait, is Ethel down?
No, I got 30 health.
I
got an X on
accidentally put an X on you. I was trying to remove the yellow dot from the stun.
Okay.
Dr. Jellybean, what you doing?
Oh my god.
The
His
fog
healing kills
dissipates. You see Oblate is now in the grasp of this claw. Aethel and Tobias are up there. Tobias is still on the ground.
I miraculously regain my spell slots, and I use those to help.
That sounds great.
That sounds sick.
Yeah,
Do
that's what I
that.
do.
You got level 1 slots, don't you?
I do. All right,
Use
hold
one of
on.
those.
Hold on. Everybody, hold on a second.
Holding.
I'm being held.
That is true.
Can I shoot a firebolt at the claw that is holding Oblate?
So here's the thing. Are you wanting to do damage to it, or are you wanting to have it release him? So that's what all these things like. Essentially, you guys have done almost no damage to this creature.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not trying. I just want to give it like a little zap,
Love
like
that.
a little.
Okay.
Yeah,
Zap.
no, not,
Give me an Arcana check then.
Okay.
To try and have it release Oblate with your magic. Shooting a bolt of fire.
Any more hostile than it already is.
It can't get any more hostile, I promise.
Because it's already hostile.
It's already pretty darn
So
hostile.
with a
Killing everybody,
13,
so.
he's still grappled, unfortunately, as the blast of fire just kind of shoots off, trying to either distract or heat it up to where it releases. It doesn't seem to cook the claw enough.
Okay.
Anything else for Dr. Jellybean?
Yeah. It looks like Tobias is still pretty hurt, right?
Tobias and
All
Oblate are
of
both
these-
very hurt. Crab's coming
Looks
up
like
too.
Yeah, looks like Tobias is more hurt. So I'm gonna be like, just hang on a little longer, Tobias.
Uh,
We're gonna get you out of there, buddy.
okay.
Nine on us. I'm gonna do a healing word.
Miss Tobias, you get 9 points of healing.
I'll take it.
That will take us. Anything else for Dr. Jellybean? All right. Taking us to the captain. He's gonna run off of his ship and onto your vessel. Much better footing here. He's taking his sword. He is going to lash out at one of the legs of this, or he's gonna stab into the claw that is holding onto your vessel. And hitting with one of them. Dealing 11 points of slashing to this giant crab. And he will call out for Aethel, you're still up there. Smash it!
with a
No, he's just prone.
Get to the ship, and I'm going to run over and try to grab Aethel. Like basically use him like because he's full metal. Basically use him as like a sled to slide down towards our ship.
Okay. Give me a. Is Aethel okay with this?
I'll try and fall on my stomach so that my wings that are already out aren't just grinding
Dragging.
against this thing.
Sure.
And I'll ride it. I'm gonna ride
Aethel,
Aethel down.
Aethel and Tobias, give me an athletics check.
Absolutely.
This will be your action, Tobias.
Yes, of course.
All right.
There you go. I have provided. Actually, pretty good. I'm a very
Really good.
athletic man.
All right. As you slide
gun
down
man.
next to Luis. Anything else for Tobias?
That's action. I'll create a bonus action. I'll create a shadow.
All right. You have a shadow somewhere.
Right next to him.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
No, I forget the shadow. I'm going to use second wind. I don't know what I'm.
There you go.
Ooh.
As you flex your muscles, taking us to Oblate.
Yeah, that action alone, as I slid down him, was where I got the.
I just all that extra air flying into you. That was the sound
Oblate
wind.
prone on top of this sea treasure and vessel laden carapace of this crab. What are you doing?
We'll flip.
The placement on top of the crab is approximate. It's you know, it's all relative. Well, you know.
1 second. Okay. I'm just gonna have to jump off of him. I'll damn.
You thinking what I'm thinking? Aim for the bushes, buddy.
I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I'm just gonna run and jump off of him. He's gonna have a turn before we can actually. Oh, maybe not. Would I need to dash to be able to jump off of him and land on the ship?
I would say so because you're prone at the moment.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'll use my last key point. Step of the wind. Grip on
this giant claw stab into the side of your ship. Another claw down into it from smashing the captain with.
So now he's got 2 claws in it.
One of them is just more.
One claw's more like is on top of it.
Yeah.
Where he crushed a dude.
Yeah.
And the one's holding it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna start take a couple of shots at the claw that's actually grasping onto our ship to try to get him to release.
All right, give me an athletics check versus the crab. The 22. It does release. As
Awesome.
you kind of stick your bident in there and pry it up, it releases for a moment, slides off. Anything else for Oblate?
We need to get the ship moving as fast as possible.
Ember,
That'll be it for me.
All right.
get us out of here.
That'll take us to Aethel. She'll have to attune to it again.
I will cast a spell on the crab.
All right. What spell?
I'm going to try and cast slow.
As the cogs start turning, it got a 20 on its save.
No,
Oh, jeez.
that's fine.
Rolls definitely aren't with you guys tonight.
No.
Yes. And then I'm going to move one. I'm basically going to move towards this. I think I can get there. But if it attacks me, it attacks me.
It will. Actually, let me double check its range. Yeah, it will.
Yeah, it's like I assume I provoke at some point during that.
Getting a 25 to hit
Yeah, that's good. Hit me.
as you take 23 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
It just kind of
Does it
claws out at
grapple
you.
me? Or does it just hit me?
Does grapple you.
Okay, where am I stopped at? Place me where I get stopped.
Right there.
Perfect.
As you try to run away, it kind of grasps onto your metallic wings. Because they're needing to get some repairs.
Yeah, my whole body's gonna need some repairs after this.
That will take us to Louise, who is going
Louise,
to...
you get down there.
He's going to cast Cure Wounds on you, because you just took a bunch of
Well, that's nice.
damage. He is low on spell slots as well. As he reaches out towards Aethel. Not rolling great, but you get 8 points of healing.
I have doubled my current health.
There you go.
And seeing that you're grabbed by it, he'll make his escape and get to the ship. Taking us to Dr. Jellybean.
Alright, so hold on.
Mhm.
Aethel is grappled.
Aethel
Yeah,
is grappled.
I've been grabbed.
He's been crabbed.
He's been crabbed.
Crappled.
There's still... The crab claw is not on our ship anymore.
It's
Correct.
not in your
The crab's
ship.
not holding us. Just holding me. So if you leave, I will stay behind, but the whole ship will get to go.
Right. Got it. Let's do that.
It's an option.
Crab's up next too.
Yeah, it's gonna crush me and kill me.
Gonna jump onto the ship.
How
It's gonna try.
does he have Aethel up, or is Aethel on the ship?
Aethel is on the ship, kind of, but pincered by the crab.
I got it.
Take off your armor, man. Just take off your armor.
Shed it like a skin.
Yeah.
I can't do that. It takes 10 minutes to take off my armor.
This is hard. This is really hard.
Get in the ship. You could get on the helm.
We're not leaving Aethel behind, and
I just meant you could be ready to leave.
but I thought isn't
Ember's attuning to it.
Ember's doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, but Ember is a cat.
That's smarter
she's
than most of
capable.
us.
Smart cat. Yeah.
Not smarter than Dr. Jellybean. Dr.
Oh, that's
Jellybean
true.
had a doctorate.
I'm a doctor. Okay. I'm just gonna start. I'm gonna do primal savagery on the claw. You see, just go feral, and I'm just like.
Are you trying to remove the claw, or are you trying to just damage it?
At this point, like, I hate this fucking crab.
I hate crabs.
Okay.
I never want to see another crab again, and I am like just going ham on this crab claw.
As Dr. Jellybean walks up and claws the crab claw. Claws the claw.
I claw the claw.
Give
Claw
me
the
give me a
claw.
primal savagery attack.
That's not very good.
Getting a nat 1
Blinded by her own rage.
as you're just clawing at it
Gives you
furiously.
inspiration,
You do get
though.
inspiration, and there is that secondary effect.
That's
If
true.
you miss, I don't know what it is though.
I don't think I've ever missed with it.
No.
So sheesh, I have to find it even. When I miss, I mark the target, and the next attack against the target is made with advantage.
Oh, neat.
There
Right?
you go. Yep, that sounds right.
Yeah.
As the
That means one of
scent
our fire types will get to hit it.
the scent of whatever in the air kind of draws pheromones and whatnot, you can be more
Yeah.
aggressive towards it.
It doesn't have to make sense. It's magic.
Yeah,
Savagery is contagious.
yeah. There you go. It's contagious.
She's giving us rabies.
That will take us to the captain and the GIF. The GIF will be like, so we're, okay, get off our ship, and start stabbing at it with, actually, he's gonna,
Well, it gives advantage.
he's not gonna take your advantage, he's gonna throw a grenade.
Saving throw.
Just like chucks it onto the back of this crab as stuff goes flying everywhere. 17.
Nice.
As the crab somehow rolled a nat 20 on its dex save.
Jesus.
It still takes some damage.
This crab has not yet rolled below a 20.
I mean, it rolled bad on a bunch of attack rolls last session.
That
Yeah.
is
Last
true.
session, it failed to hit us for like 4 turns.
That is true.
That's
True.
That will take us to the crab.
Making up.
Bring it, crab.
Crab
Fresh
gonna
one.
one claw against Aethel.
Do it. Kill me.
Just trying to
Strike
press
me
down
down.
onto you. Getting a 20 to hit.
Yeah, then it'll come back more powerful than I could possibly imagine.
As Aethel, you take enough to drop you to 0 for sure. 31 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, Jesus. Ugh. You doubled what I had left.
As your ship takes 40 points of bludgeoning damage as it clamps down once again onto your ship.
Alright. Ship has 50 left. I'm at 0.
Taking us to Tobias.
Alright, what would Tobias do? Alright, so first thing I would do is, since Aethel's right there near me, I would...
Being clamped.
He's... Right. I'm going to try to get him released. Like, I'm going to try to stab within,
It'll
like,
probably
that first-
it'll probably release him anyways.
probably on its turn, but I'm hoping we're not here on its turn.
Well, it's clamped
Fair.
onto your vessel.
Yeah, I guess they hit it. They hit the
Yeah.
vessel again, so.
Oh.
Reclaim.
I've got to turn after you.
Let's...
Punch it.
What are you doing?
I'm going to try to unclamp it from the ship.
All right,
My first
give
one.
me an athletics check.
With advantage because of primal savagery.
It's not an
Just for the
attack.
attack part.
13. You
13.
try and pry it off of there. It is stuck fast.
Oh, he's still in whispers. So I was like,
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I still got it.
Big deal.
First attack. Try to do it again with my dagger. Like, try to stick it in there and be like,
Probably want to use your sword for this because it's a large claw. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
yeah, I'm trying to pry with both of them.
Give me another.
Oh, sorry, wrong thing.
Give me another athletics check.
Oh my
8.
god.
It's a claw. It's a giant crab claw. You're a little halfling.
I know.
Got no chance in
Um,
hell of removing this thing.
No, I don't.
If the crab were dead, maybe.
Right. Okay.
If only the crab. were
Anything else
dead.
for Tobias?
No, because that's my action.
We'll take us to Oblate.
Well, let's see how well I fare at dislodging this crab's claw.
All right. Trying to help
jam-
Tobias. Yeah, jam your Biden in there.
An athletics check.
Athletics check. No good.
Oh my god.
Push harder, buddy.
Do it
As
better.
essentially,
good?
Tobias, you should have only been able to do it once.
I was
One.
about to
It's
say,
your
I
action.
won't be able to do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
Unless you got inspiration use.
Nope. I will use my bonus action to just roundhouse the crab's claw for damage.
All right. Trying to
advantage.
get that juicy crab meat out.
With advantage.
with
Yeah.
advantage.
With advantage.
26.
26 will definitely hit it.
Take that.
Minimum damage.
It will take 5 points of bludgeoning.
Yes.
Nice. My foot hurts.
You crunch into the side of its
How
claw a
much-
little bit.
How much damage does this foot take?
And you get the stinky smell of
A lot emotionally.
a lot of movement, emotional, yeah, for sure. I'll take us to Aethel. You roll me a death save.
Yes. 2 GM. See if it does what it's supposed to do. Did that go just to you? I hope so.
It did not.
Nope.
Well,
No,
whatever.
that's
It's saved.
That will take us to Louise.
Why does that not work? Does the 2 GM not work?
Sometimes it works for people, sometimes it doesn't. Louise is
I
going
feel like I
to
need to do something to it.
run up to Aethel and cast Cure Wounds. Charm person.
Ah, that's why. There we go. I had fixed the reason it didn't work.
As
It will work next time.
Aethel, you get 13 points of healing, and Louise steps back
Just in time to get crushed again.
onto the deck of the ship, taking us to Dr. Jellybean. It did just have an explosion on its back, though. It's the most damaging thing that's happened recently. What's the doctor doing?
Everybody asks what's the doctor doing, not how's the
Who's
doctor,
the doctor?
doing.
We know how the doctor's
We'll ask
doing.
you how.
They're doing
We'll ask
this.
you how. Yeah.
You do
How is after?
feel the ship trying to break free at the moment, but it is stuck.
When
Want
is the
to
doctor
break free.
doing?
Guess now. I don't know.
Doctor.
Can I? This might not help at all right now. We need to get this stupid crab off of our ship. That's what we need to do.
It's still kind of standing onto the sinking vessel behind you, but it's just clamped on maybe one leg on your ship.
There's one leg on our ship.
Yeah, but it's mostly clamped on. That's mostly what's keeping it there.
So it is still clamped onto.
Yeah,
it
we
is
think it's
very
taken
much
off.
so.
I'm firebolting the claw.
We'll be at disadvantage because you're in melee with it.
Oh, you're right.
Your primal savagery is a better way to go.
That is a better way to go. Okay, I'll do that. Going savage.
Going savage is get the hamster claws out.
Look out.
You do have inspiration if you want to use it. A 10 is going to be a miss, though.
I'll use inspiration.
All
I'll
right.
just re-roll, right?
Oh,
Give me a reroll.
God, why do we suck so hard?
18
It was
will,
what?
18 will hit it.
Okay.
That's the exact opposite of what you rolled previously. It will take 11 points of acid damage as she claws into the claw, just kind of eats away at the shell of it. Anything else for the doctor?
Will be it.
All right, that will take us to the GIF, who does have one more grenade. And he's going to throw it.
And he's gonna use it.
Oh, I see. Crab is going to try to absorb the damage with its stuff on its back and takes the maximum damage of that force grenade. That will then take us to the crab. The crab will release Aethel
That was nice of it.
and attack the gift that's there. also attack the ship. As the ship takes 50 points of bludgeoning damage.
That puts us at 0.
As
That's exactly.
the ship starts sinking. Just you would hear a loud yowl come from below the vessel
Oh no!
as Ember feels it. The gift takes 28 points of damage and is now grappled by it. Help me! That will... Something I forgot to do last time.
Oh yeah.
Yep. I need everyone to give me a wisdom save.
Double 21.
Oblate of 15 as a fail.
I'll have to. I gotta use resistance as a reaction.
Wait, is this the fear one? No, we can't do the fear one. Never
No
mind.
fear.
This is the big one.
Big damage one.
Bad one. It's a bad one.
As all of you succeed.
Except for Tobias.
But
Except for Tobias, who does take 18 points of psychic damage.
Yep.
As the
That would have killed me.
Would have killed me
the
too.
gift does take the same psychic damage. But
But does not promptly die.
it does not promptly die. The gift's he's a really tough guy. He's got a horrible armor class, can't do a whole lot except for throw grenades and stab things. That will take us to Tobias.
I'm gonna shout out, Ember, grab Lucy, get up here. And I'm gonna attack this creature. I'm gonna go ahead and use my Clockwork Amulet to give me
An automatic 10.
automatic 10.
Alright.
So first one, I'll just have to click it because there's no way to just do damage.
Automatic 10 will make it an 18. That will hit. Still 8 points of slashing. You're gonna start clawing it, getting into the face of this crab as it's climbing up onto your ship, it seems.
Kill this thing. 25.
25 will also hit it. Takes
And
8.
then dagger.
Dagger's gonna be a miss.
And then I'm going to use my other second wind as my bonus action.
Alright.
That was pretty
Getting
good.
yourself some good hit points, taking us to Oblate. As you would notice water kind of starting filling to where your feet are.
Yeah, I start seeing that happening, and I'm like, the backpack with the head is still on the deck.
We'll get in a
I'm-
second. Kill this thing.
I'm going to use my patient defense to disengage as a bonus action and grab the backpack,
Okay.
and then run back and attack the crab.
Okay.
With my Biden, let's see.
20 will hit.
And is he toppled?
You cannot topple this creature.
It's too big.
He will take 13 points of piercing damage, though.
All right, and I will go for another one.
What's your crit?
Just missed.
Just misses. Just barely. Anything else for Oblate?
I got my backpack. I'm ready to go.
Alright, that'll take us to Aethel.
Yeah, I do not love what's going on here,
Do not.
but I guess I'll mass healing word give everybody 12, including
There you
the.
He'll take it.
Of course he will. Who complains when they get healed? Psychopaths, that's who.
That's who.
And then I'll move up and I'll hit it with a hammer.
Okay. That's how you break crab claws. That's how you eat them. You gotta get the mallet out.
Hammer.
As it is hammer time. That will
Yeah,
hit it.
Nice.
Wow. Hammered him
And I
good.
do radiant. I think I have like this is probably like my last turn of being radiant. It's probably
It'll
been 10,
take
almost 10 turns.
9 points of damage.
No.
You do see the crab seems like it's starting to take a good bit of damage. It doesn't look happy now. It would never
Did it look
happy.
happy
It looked happy
before?
before when it was picking up
He was
people easily.
like- Yeah.
That will take us to Louise. He's going to. So out of Bardic Inspiration, he is going to use his. He pulls out his wand. Don't worry, everybody. I have this. And
Does not have this.
pulls out this wand that looks like kind of like a horn, and you just hear this like foghorn noise emit from it.
Oh.
Essentially, he tries to cast Thunder Wave.
Oh.
Big thing trying to get a con save.
Rolls a nat 20.
No. But it did succeed just
Obviously.
barely, so it will take a little bit of the thunder damage.
I'll take 4.
It will take 4 thunder damage. And it's not pushed away. Never mind. Close. That'll take us to Dr. Jellybean.
If I start mending the ship, will that help at all in this moment? Like
This
to
moment,
get
probably
the
not.
ship-
Probably not in this moment.
the ship needs hit points. Ship needs to not sink?
It takes a minute to cast mending, though, is the only thing. So it will take a little bit of time. You might have some time after the crab is gone.
Or we
Okay,
somehow
crab
escape
At
it.
first.
Or you somehow
Crab
escape it.
first.
But now you don't
There's
have
no
shit to escape
escaping
on.
this.
Not anymore.
No escaping the crab.
It just happened to keep clamping on.
It is inevitable.
Anything else?
All right.
So, Doctor?
I'm primally.
Primarily savaging.
Yes.
Savaging primally.
Yes.
Doctor, do you
that.
concur?
I concur,
I don't
Doctor, of course.
concur.
But do you concur?
I do not.
What do you mean?
concur.
Of course I agree. 26
Nice.
will hit it.
Yeah, get it. Get off our ship, stupid crab.
14's pretty good.
For 14 points of damage, as you definitely see the crab's clamps loosening.
Yeah, loosen your clamps.
They're called claws, but anyway.
It clamps.
Clamp.
They're clamps now.
Clamps.
Anything else for Dr. Jellybean? The crab is looking rough.
Just gonna.
Seems all of its
Really
power was
find
from
it.
the claw.
I'm just gonna insult it a lot about being a stupid
Okay.
crab.
Cast Vicious
Breaking
Mockery.
Ship. Yeah.
That will take us to the Gift's turn. He is going to... he's going to try to break free.
That's fair. Completely normal reaction.
As it's clamping down on him. Help! Help! Trying to pry the sword out into it. He got an 8. He is still clamped. Taking us to the crab. You guys know it. You guys love it. It's the crab.
Oh,
Need everyone to give me a wisdom save.
I don't want to.
As it wails out. It does clamp down onto this GIF. As Aethel and Oblate succeed.
I'll cast resistance on Dr. Jellybean.
Alright. With a 1, you'll be able to do it. So, Tobias, you're the only one who takes 16 points, or 18 points of psychic damage.
Psychosis damage.
It does clamp onto this GIF. and then on to one random ass person. How many of you guys are there? There's 5 of you.
There's none
And
of
there's
us.
5 others of us.
Mm-hmm. Clamping onto Tobias. That's what I rolled. I went down the line. Rolled a 2 essentially. Getting a 15 against Tobias though.
Tobias dodges out of the way.
As it clamps down onto the wing of your ship, it does do very minimal damage to the gift. It's clamping onto him. As the siren scream kind of wails out, that will take us to Tobias.
I'm going
on
to
the sinking vessel now.
I'm going to go ham on this thing.
No, you're not.
27
Because
will
you
hit it.
Well, no, I mean he failed his wisdom save.
Oh. No,
Oh,
it's
does
not.
that
It's not the stun one.
Oh, was it not?
No, it
No,
was
it's
it was
the
the it was the
big
maddening. It was the
Damage.
a lot of
Okay.
damage one.
My bad. Just then kill it.
As Tobias whirling around, how does Tobias finish off this crab?
With
Slicing both of its eyes off as I just spin in the air and
run up
Chop.
all the way up there, chop, run all the
Yeah.
way back.
do like a whirling spin up as I chop both of its eyes off.
As you whirl up into its face, chopping both of its eyes off, it goes limp there and is actually floating, still clamped onto your ship.
Get off a ship.
As your ship is also floating with it.
Honestly, for the best, because it's got a bunch of treasure on it.
Oh,
I'll just leave it
the
for now.
ship. The ship, let's fix it.
And
I'm gonna.
with
Sorry.
with that, we kind of see our heroes flash forward to maybe a little bit of time after this.
That 750 gold sure is gonna fix our ship.
The kind of
The crab might fix it.
all of them paddling with a hamster and winged cat aboard near the top, taking on a little bit of water, some buckets being used to toss out the water, as
I'm gonna
Dr.
end it
Jellybean is kind of
Mending over and over.
attempting to magically mend any of the bits and pieces with extreme care, but somehow this crab behemoth is still attached to the ship as essentially like a lifeboat. Some of you guys are sorting through things, other you guys you do have a gift with you, who's kind of like scratching his head about the whole thing, just trying to help make himself as useful as possible. He'll probably be helping with the buckets. But as you are slowly making your way to shore, that's where we're going to end tonight. As you guys
We made it.
did get Harris Jeter's head and a giant ass crab, with
Full of treasure.
full of some
treasure.
quote unquote
Accomplished.
treasure. Unsure what's actually there, but kind of starting to take inventory of it. We'll pick up kind of there next week as you're all alive.
I can't believe it.
Your ship
I
is
cannot believe it.
ship
Fight
is
all odds.
barely there. Definitely not flyable for any time in the near future. It might be grounded for a while, or watered for a while. Who knows? But we'll pick up there next week. And yeah, thanks for joining us, Twitch. We'll see you guys next time
Next time.
on Magdalena Blues. Night, Twitch.
Sad. Night, guys.
Well, now Tobias might get his date with Miss Sherry Knipsey.
Hmm.
We'll have some down.